Yo, what is going on, guys? Vortec Gaming here, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Rise of TNA. Today for you we have an episode of TNA Impact. And yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good show. It's quite a packed show. I've actually booked quite a lot of stuff for today's show, which is very rare for me. I normally kind of draw things out as long as I can. We're going to go back to the southeast. I think it's the southeast, isn't it? Yes, it is. And let's have a look. Okay, so the Macon City Arena. The Macon City Auditorium. In fact, no, I fancy a change. Should we go for a change? Let's go Midwest. Go Midwest. So the IA Bridge, Indiana? I don't know, but yeah. So we'll see. What's the? There we are. 3,000. There 3,500 anywhere, just to be on the safe side, you know, in case we do get more than expected. Should really do this before I start recording, but oh well. There we go. Go with that one. Right, so let's get straight into the show. Okay, so we are here. We're in Impact Wrestling. There's 2,993 people in the Parliament Auditorium. And we've got 5 dark matches to start the show. Couldn't think of the name of them. 5 dark matches to start the show. So the Bromans defeated the Red Arrows, which is made up of Noam Dar and Zack Sabre Jr. in a 45D. They're pretty much going to be a jobbing tag team, kind of to start off with. And then, yeah, hopefully we're going to push them kind of as a tag team and separately, if you know what I mean. But, yeah. So, that's the start of that. So, moving on. And in another 45D, Kenny King defeated Chris Melendez. So, on to the next one. And in a 62C, Taryn Terrell defeated Angelina Love. The two have good chemistry, which lifted the match, because they're not the best wrestlers. And I'm not the best booker. But, yeah. You don't need much. But anyway, moving on. And in a 54C minus, that's quite disappointing. Austin Aries defeated Samuel Shaw. Samuel Shaw's gimmick has changed. Only 65? Bro, but the game said that he'd be able to pull off that gimmick. Oh man, I bet it was too early to change his gimmick. Oh well. Anyway. That's disappointing, but moving. And the final match, 74B minus. Jeff Hardy defeating Magnus. Which isn't bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, it's not a bad match. Jeff got a bonus for good psychology. Nice. That's not bad. So, moving on to the main show. And so, MVP arrives in a limo and throws his World Heavyweight Championship over his shoulder. He barely enters the arena when Lashley gets in his face, wanting to know why MVP would turn his back on him. Kenny King's trying to pull Lashley away when MVP tells Lashley that he hasn't turned his back on him. He's just changed the plans for the future of the BDC. MVP tells Lashley that he's entered him in a TV title tournament after speaking to the board of directors. I didn't write that down. as he needs his best man to bring some more gold to the beatdown clan. This seems to calm Lashley down a little bit, who just walks off, and MVP lets out a sigh of relief before Kenny King greets the world champ. So yeah, we've put Lashley in the TV title tournament because obviously MVP is the world champion, and I think I'm gonna go with MVP Angle. I'm gonna go with the MVP Angle. But yeah, switch Lashley's gimmick. He's now a MMA badass, which he is really. He's gonna be the Brock Lesnar of the company. Just not. I mean, nobody can be Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar. He should have his own gimmick. But I don't think he does. But anyway, yeah, 62C. Moving on. And in a 67C plus, the show starts with an impressive opening of pyro before the lights are raised and several sections of the excited crowd are shown waving various signs. The focus then switches to the announce table where Jim Ross and Mike Tenay introduce and hype tonight's show and the expected impacts the likes of Kurt Angle, MVP, Bobby Roode, Lashley, James Storm and Abyss are likely to have. So yeah, awesome. 67C plus to start the show is not too bad at all. So onto the main, what? I don't know. Onto the first match of the show. Loki versus Manic, non-title. So in a bout that had solid in-ring action and average heat. Loki defeated Manic in 9:29 when Manic was disqualified when the Great Sonata ran in and attacked Loki. So the numbers game going against Loki. But yeah, 49D plus isn't bad. Loki never seems to have good matches, which is really disappointing. It's probably my fault. I didn't get penalised for booking decisions. Then again, I didn't really write anything. Oh dear. But anyway, moving on. So, Loki has won the match by DQ after an in-ring attack from Sonata. Storm and Abyss enter the ring, and James Storm's so-called, I suppose, you know what I mean, disciples. Anyway, James Storm's disciples attack the X Division champion. Storm's setting up for the last call when Samoa Joe runs out, sending the Revolution running in all directions because one man can do that. And Joe checks on Loki before helping him to the back. So that got a 63C. And yeah, Loki apparently improvised well through this segment. So yeah, moving on. And B minus, that's not bad. Okay, so Kurt Angle makes his way down to the ring wearing his ring gear, despite not being scheduled to compete. He sets the stage for the TNA Television Championship Tournament, telling the crowd that it will involve Austin Aries, Jeff Hardy, Eric Young, Mr. Anderson, Samuel Shaw, EC3, Magnus, and per instructions from the board of directors, the Destroyer Lashley. There'll be 2 matches every week in January, one on Impact, one on Explosion, and the final will take place at TNA Genesis, with the first title defense to take place the following week on Impact between the 2 finalists. At this point, MVP comes down to the ring and tells Angle to shut up because this is his show. If you remember, MVP was the executive director person, general manager, and then Angle came along, and yeah. But anyway, MVP tells the crowd that as their TNA World Heavyweight Champion, they should be bowing down at his feet, which brings in the boos. MVP then goes on to say that the whole tournament is pointless if Lashley's in it, as he will live up to his name and destroy the competition to be crowned television champion. And that got a 76B-, which isn't bad at all. Anyway, moving on. And Lashley's music hits and he makes his way down to the ring. Lashley and MVP almost came to blows earlier in the night, with Kenny King playing Peacekeeper. Lashley tells MVP that he can speak for himself, before telling the crowd that he will win the TV title, although he wants his world title back as well. Lashley stares at MVP when Bobby Roode's music hits, and Roode tells Lashley that he'll have to wait his turn because Roode still feels as though he deserves a fair rematch against MVP without Kenny King getting involved. Angle goes to agree when Desmond Wolfe makes his way down to the ring, making his return to Impact. So Desmond Wolfe is back. He's back. Or Nigel McGuinness, I suppose you can call him. But anyway, Wolfe tells Angle that the board have put him in charge tonight due to the ongoing investigation into Kurt's attack on MVP. Wolfe then books Roode versus MVP for the title and books Angle into a match with Lashley. What a way to return to Impact Wrestling. And that segment got a 64C. So Desmond Wolfe has debuted his fan favourite gimmick, and it's got an 89 rating. Desmond Wolfe is a babyface. He's a babyface at the minute. I don't know how long he's going to be a babyface, but for now he is a babyface. So, yeah. Moving on. And this is just a TNA list advert, nothing exciting. And it leads into the match. So, Havoc defeat Gail Kim in 8:47 with a demon drop. Havoc was off a game. The match was poorly placed on the show. Okay. Oh, I know why. Yeah. Because I've got Work the Crowd put in it. And yeah, fucking A. Right, anyway, moving on. Okay, so that was... yeah, I didn't put that very well. But moving on. And that's a bit better. So, after defeating Gail Kim in a match, Havoc is attacked on the entrance ramp by Taryn Terrell. Havoc overpowers Terrell and Gail Kim runs up to help Taryn. After being beaten in the match, however, Gail Kim is no match for Havoc, who ends up using her power to chokeslam Kim and Terrell off the entrance ramp onto the hard concrete floor. And Havoc has a sly smile on her face, happy at the result of her attack. So basically, Havoc has just absolutely destroyed Gail Kim and Taryn Terrell. She's double chokeslammed them onto a concrete floor off the stage. So, yeah. I mean, that's gotta hurt. But anyway, 66C plus is not bad. Look at that. They all got bonuses for high morale and momentum. And a good gimmick. That's good. So anyway, moving on. So Jeremy Borash is stood backstage with EC3 and his bodyguard Tyrus. JB asks how he feels now his name has been confirmed for the television title tournament. EC3 responds by reminding everyone that he's currently unpinned in TNA and has never tapped out. He then says that with Tyrus by his side, he'll stay unbeaten and will become the first modern television champion. Because I can't remember when the TV title kind of got retired. But yeah, so EC3 wants or thinks that he will be the first television champion. Moving on. So next up, another match, and this one's for the tag team titles. So in a match that had some good action and average heat, the Revolution defeated the Wolves in 12:48 when James Storm defeated Davey Richards by pinfall. The Revolution make defense number 3 of their TNA World Tag Team titles. So the Revolution have defeated the Wolves yet again in a 70C+, no worker improvements. Abyss was penalised for declining physical ability. I know that that's going to happen to every match because Jim Ross is obviously new. It got a bonus for being well booked. That never happens. So yeah, 70C+ is not bad at all. Okay, so moving on. So the Revolution have just beaten the Wolves and James Storm grabs a mic. Storm says that they've faced the Wolves enough times and are now issuing an open challenge for the Tag Team Championships on next week's Impact. The Revolution have been unbeatable lately, so who will be brave enough to take on the Tag Team Champions? And I got a 71C+, which is not bad at all. James Storm doing really well for us. So moving on. And, oh, okay. Go on, Mr. Anderson. So a video is shown hyping Mr. Anderson ahead of the TV title tournament, hinting that he could be the first TV champion of the Destination America era. I know it says up here Spike, but we're on Destination America, damn it. I don't know. But yeah, 73B-, not bad. Maybe I should start using Anderson more. So MVP and Kenny King are stood backstage when acting executive director Desmond Wolfe enters the shot. Wolfe tells MVP and King that due to the recent actions of Kenny King, he'll be banned from ringside in MVP's title defense against Bobby Roode. MVP and King try to reason with Wolfe, but he tells them that his decision is final, and then mentions that if Kenny King gets involved in any way, the MVP will be stripped of the World Heavyweight Championship and it will be awarded to Bobby Roode. So 61C for that. Okay, so... Ooh, okay. So the next match, Kurt Angle versus Lashley. In a bout that had great heat and great wrestling action, Lashley defeated Kurt Angle in 1829 by pinfall with a spear. In an 81B. Blimey. Okay. And that got penalised for booking decisions. Wow. Okay. God damn it, I wish I put that as the main event. But yeah, unfortunately we didn't. Okay, so moving on. A video is shown promoting Austin Aries, with him telling everyone that he's the greatest man that ever lived, and he will become the television champion at TNA Genesis. And 63C, that's not so impressive. But he got bonus for having a good gimmick, so that's all good. Oh god, I'm dying. Okay. God damn you, Austin Aries. I'm blaming that on you. Okay, so in a bout that had a good crowd and good action, MVP defeated Bobby Roode in 1728 by pinfall with a malicious intent. And MVP makes defense number 2 of his TNA heavyweight title. Defense number 2? Oh yeah, of course he won it, didn't he? Yeah, 67C+. I bet I got penalised for that one. I got penalised for the last one. But yeah, burnt out crowd. Yeah, I think I misjudged the position of that the knockouts match. I should have had it after the tag team title match. Damn it. But you know, 67C+ isn't too bad, so it doesn't disappoint me too much. But you know, it would have been nice to kind of finish the show with like a B or something. But anyway, moving on. And in a 71C+, MVP is celebrating his title win over Bobby Roode when Lashley enters the ring, putting a slightly worried look on MVP's face. Lashley simply picks Roode up, Irish whips him against the ropes before hitting him with a huge spear. Lashley then looks at MVP and points at the title before walking off. Would Lashley really fight MVP? So I suppose we're teasing a Lashley face turn here, albeit by spearing a face. Spearing a baby face, but you know, I suppose it's to get the attention of a heel. I don't know. Anyway, 71C+. And yeah, that should be the last segment of the show. Okay, so let's see the final show rating. Yeah, I don't want to complete it. Oh my days. You are an idiot. So MVP makes a spectacular over-the-top entrance after finishing his match. God damn it. Alright. That was, yeah. The segment lifted the crowd, though. So maybe that helped. It got a B-. Okay. And just think, if this had have gone before the title match, this could have cancelled out the Austin Aries kind of dip in ratings. Fuck's sake. Which could have raised the quality of the final match. Anyway, let's find out what the show rating was. 71B+. I think that's like what, 2 off a B-, which is not too bad. Of course, you know, Lashley defeating Kurt Angle got a B. I reckon that could have been more the world title match. So, yeah. But anyway, I suppose it's not too bad. I just got the booking wrong in places, and obviously I accidentally forgot to move a segment after I made it. But yeah, that's the final show rating. So you can come back, and we'll see what the TV rating was. Okay, so we are here, and we can go see what the TV rating was. Zack Sabre Jr. wants time to heal. It was 0.03. Oh, that was Explosion on Challenge TV. And Impact was a 1.71, which is down from last week, which was down from the week before. So yeah. But I felt we did okay tonight, man. I think we were obviously I did my poor booking decisions. But yeah, Christ, I wish it'd tell you whether you're achieving it or not. Known problems with the law. That's gonna be Matt Hardy, I think, or any of the Hardys. Financial balance must have improved to $5 million in just over 2.5 years. So I don't really have to worry about that one. Austin Aries says minor irritated at the booking of an angle. You didn't complain when I get lost. So good news, Adam Cole will be available to start work tomorrow, which is always good. And yeah. So next pay-per-view is TNA Genesis. Whew, I was worried. We are going to modify it though. We're going to move it to week number 3. In fact, no. I'll move it to week 4. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I'll work all that out later. There's a storyline that somebody wrote for me. I'll put a link to his Twitter in the description. His name's Rob. He's Scottish. So yeah, go follow him on Twitter. But yeah, he drew a couple of storylines for me actually. They're pretty damn decent. They're better than anything I can come up with at the moment. I'm really struggling, man. My head's just all shot to pieces because of this cold. But fucking Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna go because I need to get a drink of water. You're gonna go because you have better things to do with your time. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, guys, if you like the video, then please leave a like and let us know what you think of the video. I know I made those stupid errors, but you know, what can you do? Yeah, that's it really. We'll be back for TNA Explosion on Tuesday. We'll be back with Life at tomorrow. Yes, that's right. I'm going to start uploading Football Manager again. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.